Hello, we're in the kitchen and today we're making butter from our fresh raw cow's milk. Okay, so I've got my cream. I'm gonna do a small batch today and I make it in my KitchenAid stand mixer, which I have right here. So I'm just gonna walk you through this process. It's super easy. I felt like in the beginning when I was trying to learn how to make butter, it was a huge learning curve. There's a lot of different steps and different ways that you can make butter. So I think it's actually really easy now. So I'm going to show you how I make my butter. Typically I will go through our milk and skim until I have like a whole half gallon. We've been using this though. I made ice cream this morning and this is all we have left. So we've got 4 cups here. So I'm going to go ahead and make butter with that. I've got my whisk attachment. So I'm just going to put that on here. And then I'm going to dump in our cream. Okay, I also have a large towel that I'm going to drape over the whole thing because it does get kind of messy, or it can get kind of messy flinging milk around or cream. So I will put that on, turn it on high, let it whip for a little bit. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes and I'm just gonna check. It's pretty much whipped cream right now. So it does not take long to get to the whipped cream consistency, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, so it's been about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna check on the butter. So at this point, it's no longer whipped cream. It has gone way past that stage. It is starting to break down. What we're trying to do is break the butter fat away from the buttermilk, and it's going to separate. Right now it has not yet. Okay, I think we're finally there. Check out, yep. So we've got the butter fat has completely separated from the buttermilk. And if you look at my mixer, you can see how messy it gets. Look all up in there. That's why we use the towel. Got my bowl, got my butter. Take it over the sink. We're gonna rinse it in cold water. Well, first we're gonna separate out the buttermilk. You can save the buttermilk, add it to biscuits or pancakes or whatever recipe you want to use. Sometimes I save it, sometimes I don't, depending on if we already have some. Okay, so I put my little butter on this wooden cutting board because I'm going to use my butter paddles and sort of shape it and get the rest of the buttermilk out. Right now it's a little too warm, so I'm gonna pop it in the fridge to get it colder. That way I can handle it better with my butter paddles. So I'll leave it in there for about 15-20 minutes, do some other things, come back to it. If you don't know what butter paddles are, these are them. It just lets you handle the butter without having your warm hands touch it because you want to keep it cool. This way you can shape it, you can make little balls with it, or just form it into sticks or blocks. So I really like using these, and then just using wood in general, it tends to not stick as bad if you were using something else. Okay, so I pulled our butter out of the fridge. It's pretty firm, so I'm going to use my paddles, and I'm just going to kind of shape it a little bit. This also helps get some of the buttermilk out, so we want most of that to come out. So I don't really know the right proper technique. I just sort of do what I want. And you can see there's some liquid coming out onto the cutting board, so that's good. It's coming out of the butter. And then we can form just like a little block. All right, I think that's probably pretty good. We've got a little block of butter. I'll just grab a piece of parchment paper. Grab my butter. And then that's just gonna go in the fridge. So we'll pull it out and use it whenever we need it. Okay, and that's how I make butter. So if you guys try it, I wanna hear about it. Let me know how it goes. Comment below if you try it. Or if you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy my butter at the store, thank you. I will say this butter, when we make it, because it's fresh from our cows that we're milking, it just has so much flavor and it's so rich and it's so good for you. Anything you can make at home over buying at the store that's been processed is definitely better for you. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.